Greetings, Capricorn. This is your RUNESCOPE for August 2013. My name is Amanda. This is a general look at what is going on for the majority of Capricorns. If you would like some more details, you would want to watch the video for your rising sign, because that can give you a little bit more specific information, because our rising signs are very specific to us, whereas the sun sign is very general. You've probably heard this before if you watch any astrology videos here on YouTube, which I do every month, just like you. I like to know what's coming up. Or you can schedule a private consultation with me. I do them via Skype at $65 for half an hour. If you want to set up an appointment, just drop me a line at the email address in the details of this video, and we will set an appointment up for you and see what's coming up specifically for you. But in the recent past, it seems like most of you Capricorns have been dealing with either a loss, or maybe you were conflicted about what to do about a situation involving a male. And even if you're a man, this can be, this would be another male in your life, your father, or a father figure, or an older relative, or maybe just a friend. But for a woman, this could be you're just conflicted over a breakup, because it seems like maybe someone who was in your life, this man is no longer in your life, and this has caused pain, of course, but also conflicted about maybe the way you handled it, or just about what you're supposed to do next, what you're going to do next. And this is in the past. So in moving into the present, I feel like this disruption is still there. Or there's going to be a new one. So in August, there's going to be, if it's not this disruption from the past just carrying over into the present, there will be a new one. For some of you, this may be a pregnancy. This may be a pregnancy that you were not planning on. Because I do feel like if you do get pregnant in August, or find out that you were pregnant in August, it's going to be a surprise to you. This could also just be a new beginning that's kind of thrust upon you. Maybe your company is making changes and they're going to, move you to a new building, or they're cutting your position, but they're going to move you to a different department, or maybe they're going to change your title. For a lot of you, this will have to do with job changes on the job. Maybe you're not going to get a raise this year. Something that financially could be, some of you may not get a raise, and some of you may get a pay cut, or you may be forced to take a job with a pay cut. And I'm sorry, I wish I had better news. Or maybe you're looking to take a job with a pay cut, because it would be more creative for you. You would be happier there, even if you were making less money. So for some of you, this will be a conscious decision. And yes, there will be the downside of less money, but the positive may be worth it to you to just be happier in your job situation. In August, I see you figuring out your budget, whether this change is forced upon you, or you take it upon yourself, to just sit down and see what maybe you can live without. Where can you cut corners if you decide to take a job that pays less? For those of you that don't want to get pregnant, though, because it's either you find out in August that you're pregnant, or maybe there's disruption around getting pregnant. Maybe you're having problems getting pregnant. If that's the case, then I see you maybe looking into other avenues, talking this over, pursuing this with your partner. Because again, this breakup in the past doesn't have to be a romantic partner. It could just be a family member, a male in your family that you haven't talked to. Maybe someone passed away. It's just a separation, like a freeze on contact with this person. And for some of you, that could have been a good move. And for others, maybe it was out of your hands. Maybe the other person decided, but it doesn't have to be a romantic partner. Don't talk to the wrong people about your personal problems. And I think you kind of know who you can go to, who won't spread things around, but there is help available to you. There are people that you can talk to who have a lot of information about, they just have a lot of experience maybe or just very financially savvy, or maybe they know a lot about fertility, if that's the problem that you're dealing with. They'll be able to give you, either provide you with a new beginning or send you down a new path that maybe you wouldn't have found on your own. But they'll also be able to tell you who to avoid with this problem. So you know who these people are. You've already trusted them with information in the past. So it's not like you are gonna tell the wrong person. So don't worry about that. This person has a proven track record with you, or these people, because I feel like it's more than one person. It's kind of like a group. You know, your posse that you talk to about life issues and get advice from. There's always, maybe when you are trying to get in touch with your intuition, you may have a problem with that, or you may not trust it. And but I know that you feel it, but you don't know how to explain it. And maybe it seems, Capricorn can be a very practical sign, or people with a lot of Capricorn in their chart. You know, you don't have to have a sun sign Capricorn to be a Capricorn. If you have a lot of Capricorn in your chart, then you're a Capricorn, whether you're a Leo or a Sag or whatever. People with a Capricorn sensibility, practicality, can sometimes have trouble trusting their intuition, even though they feel it very strongly, because Capricorn is a very intuitive sign. It's an earth sign, and it's not always identified as intuitive. But every Capricorn I've ever met has been very intuitive. They just don't trust it all the time. They're suspicious of it because they can't logic it away. They can't explain it. And what my guides want you to consider in August is that maybe the areas in your life that you are lacking joy is because you didn't follow your intuition. You didn't trust your intuition. Maybe you could turn those situations around if you would just listen to that inner voice and do what you feel instead of what other people tell you should do, or what your mind is telling you should do. So in August, what your friends are telling you is what you know to be right. So they're in accord with your intuition, and that's why you should listen to them. The advice that they give you is going to be more in tune with your intuition than in tune with your head. So just keep that in mind. Whatever is necessary to do in August is going to actually work out for the best. And it may not seem that way in the beginning. It may seem like a change has been forced upon you, or it may seem like this was not a wise decision initially. But the benefits and the rewards that will be coming when you step through that door will be, 100-fold. You're going to wind up in a much happier place than you think you are. If you want to get pregnant, I really see for a lot of you, unless you have some stuff in conflict in your astrological chart with, as far as fertility goes, I really see a lot of you getting pregnant before the end of this year. May even happen in August. Or at least you will, be led to the right person who can help you, the right fertility specialist, or the right person who can make this happen for you. Just trust it. Just trust it. And maybe you've gone to, if it's fertility, maybe you've gone to a lot of doctors and you're like, oh, not another one. I don't want to. Again, that's the have to part of August. The sacrifice in order to get the reward. Go. Just go. Because if you don't want to go, immediately know that you should go. It's because it's maybe you've been disappointed before, but it really is going to work out. For those of you single Capricorns, maybe, if you've been down about meeting new people, again, if you're invited out in August, go. Because while all this crazy financial stuff may be going on and you're, it's kind of like that rule in life when one area of your life turns upside down, another one blissfully opens up, and it's just spectacular. So that could be what you're experiencing in August with this budgeting and financial stuff going on, and maybe that your love life really opens up, because I do see a partnership possible for some of you. If you're single, And again, it would be when you're invited out, maybe someplace you really don't want to go, or on a night where you're just really tired and you're just not feeling up to it. Or maybe somebody sends you a link to an online site and you're like, oh, I've done that before and I've never met anybody worth a damn. Do it anyway. Just see. Just see, because you're due. You Capricorns are due for some happiness and love and happiness in, you know, in the partnership sphere and the baby sphere, if that's what you want. So whatever is new on the scene in August is going to feel very good. And it's going to be very protected. You have spiritual protection around anything new you start in August. So whether that's a new job or a new position, or even if it's a demotion, maybe less money means less work and you're going to be happier. So just make sure you think about these things. Don't just think of the negative. We'll try to see the positive. And I think, because I think by the end of this year, you're going to be very happy with the way things play out, particularly in your personal life. The financial stuff, I know you can get a little worried about that, Capricorn. That's not all there is to life, though. And it's really not what makes us happiest. So focus on the good, because the good's going to get real good and starting in August. So I will see you next month. Have a great August. Feel free to post up a comment if any of this resonated with you at the end of August, you know, or tell me I'm full of crap, whatever. I may not approve that comment. No, I'm kidding. No, I probably won't. Yeah, I will. Who knows? No, but I really would like feedback on whether, you know, this came true for you or resonated with you. And again, if it's not honing in on your particular situation, then definitely check out your rising sign. If you don't know your rising sign, you can search birth chart on Google, and a bunch of sites will come up where you just enter your birth information and it will tell you what your rising sign, or your ascendant, as it's also called, what that is. You will need to know your birth time for that, though. So check that out. If all else fails, just contact me and we will set up a reading and find out exactly what this is, how it applies to you, and you know, what you can expect. So thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next month.